Hello, Verbling.com members. Please join the class this hour. We will be doing some reading, and we are going to be learning about how to protect ourselves from con men and con women who are trying to trick us, they are trying to cheat us, and they are trying to steal our money. Welcome to Verbling.com, another English class with Verbling.com, where you can connect and practice with a native speaker instantly. So if you go to the Verbling.com website and look on the live classes page and look for the information about this class, you will be able to find file GW26, and that is the reading information that we are going to be using this class. And so let me put that down on the chat box, file GW26. So we have some advice, written advice on how to protect ourselves from people trying to cheat us. And this is similar to a class that I taught a few days ago, but we have all new reading material to cover this hour. And so let's start by having the students introduce themselves, and you can tell us where you're from. And then what I'd like to ask you is how you stay safe in your community, how you protect your friends and family, and how you protect your money financially, how you do business in safe ways, any kind of advice like that, how you stay safe and how you protect the people who you love. All right, and so Ahmed, hello, welcome.
Hello, Geoff. How are you? Hello, everybody.
Good.
I'm Ahmed from Cairo, Egypt.
And my question wasn't very clear. Sorry. Do you have any ways that you keep yourself safe, that you secure your property or belongings, your home, how you keep your friends and family safe?
How I keep myself and my property safe?
Sure.
Yeah, maybe having a good relation with other people, and maybe that's the only way to secure our property and myself and my family.
No, I like that. And so, sorry, do you have a good relationship with your neighbors?
Yes, I think so.
Ah, good. And is that easy to do, or have you had to break the ice, as we say in English? Did you have to approach your neighbors to get to know them?
Maybe good behavior to my neighborhood, so it may be that way to break the ice, and you can regain this good behavior from them. So
Okay.
it's it's double way relationship.
Okay, yeah, it's a two-way relationship.
Yes, two-way.
Yes. Okay, no, good, excellent. Because if people work together, we can be safer. Absolutely. Frankie, hello.
Hello. Well, I'm Frankie. I'm from Italy. Well, I don't know. I have I agree with Hamed. So I do pretty much the same thing. To get good relationship with my my neighborhood. That's it, really.
Yeah, well, the neighbors are the people, and the neighborhood is the area.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But then how about being safe with your money, with your when you're using bank machines,
All
or
right.
we're going to talk about people trying to cheat you, but in being safe in public, what kinds of things
Maybe
do you do?
like when you use, like online money, you have to, be really keen on what you're using, I think I don't really know. You can, you have to be really to check everything out, to be sure no one is cheating you,
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, because you have to keep checking out and monitoring a lot of
Yeah,
things.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Gianni, welcome.
Hi, I'm Gianni from Italy. About my security, I just keep a good behavior with other people. I respect the law,
Good.
and
Okay.
here in Europe, we can't use any type of weapon. So
Right.
normally it's the state that protect us.
Yeah.
So by about financial security, I don't have I never had any type of problem. Just I take attention to keep safe my credit card numbers, and so I don't have any type of problem.
Yeah, so you always pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah.
Yes.
And for great. And so you respect the law. And so I asked this question. I'm going to put it in the Verbling chat box. So if you could, would you carry a weapon?
No, because many times a person can have exaggerate erection. So I think it's better that normal people can use weapon.
Yeah, so in English we often say it can make a situation worse.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you. Great.
You're welcome.
And Hermione, hello, how are you?
Hello, I am fine, thank you. I was listening your how can I say, your music.
Oh,
class.
okay,
Yeah,
right,
it was
great.
fine.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
It
What
was
about
fun.
this question? How my dad is protecting our money in bank, I can say, and here they are safe. And would I use a weapon if I could? I would never use, because I didn't give a life any human being, and I don't have the right to kill them. So, what can I say? That's all.
Well, okay, and so you feel that your money is safe, and you're not going to carry any kind of weapon with you. But what are your concerns? And that's part of my question. Is I feel safe where I am, but there are some things that I do to keep safe. But I'm doing a lot of things online, so I'm trying to focus on making my use of the computer safer. But what are your main concerns about with safety in general? Do you have any concerns, Hermione?
Just we should be very careful about what we are doing and about who are next to us, surrounding us, and try to pay attention to anything. To be very, very careful. That's all.
Okay, yeah. to be aware of our surroundings and who's there. Yeah, great, excellent. Keen, hello, welcome.
Hello, hello everyone. I am Keen. I am from Egypt. Oh.
And the question is not very clear of this class, but it's sort of in two steps. So first, do you have any sort of security concerns or safety concerns about yourself, your family and loved ones, your money, your possessions? And then second, how do you improve your safety in those areas, your safety or security?
Yeah, at first I have good relation with my neighbors as you.
Okay.
I live in a small village, so I know the most of our neighbors, and I am safe. I don't fear from anyone because all of us know others, know each us well.
You know each other. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should respect others and show sympathy with them and take care of what we are doing and what we are saying to not hurt them or make them angry.
Oh, good. And so, but what is the situation if you go to one of the bigger cities? Are you what kinds of security issues or personal safety issues are you more aware of when you go to one of the bigger cities?
Yeah, in a big city, I must take more care. I don't trust rapidly, or I don't soon with person who talk to me, or take care, or be careful, be careful to someone.
Yeah. No. Okay. Great. Good. And Manuel, hello, welcome.
Hello. Good evening from Spain. My point of view is that I'm lucky because I don't feel insecure in my country. In fact, it's one of the countries in Europe with less criminality.
Okay.
So I feel okay at home. I usually lock the door when I am not at home.
Lock
the door. And if I wouldn't like to live in a society full of weapons, because I will have to get one too. So I would like to stay in a society without guns and here is difficult to have weapons. So it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. No, thank you for your comment.
It's one of the safest countries in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what you said was correct, but that's another option. And just Hermione said, mentioning that you can take a course to be able to protect yourself, and so that's great. And of course, prevention is so important. All right, so I'm going to move on to Martin. Hello, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, please introduce yourself. And we're talking about personal safety or keeping your loved ones and friends safe, keeping your money and your property safe.
Okay. I am from Slovakia. This is the small country of Central Europe. And I live in a small city without any...
Sorry, could you try to turn up your volume a little bit, or if you could speak a little louder? Martin?
Okay.
Yeah, good. Yes, please. Speak a little more loudly, please.
Okay. Okay. I'm from Slovakia. This is small country in center of Europe and nationality, and we have good relationships between neighbors, and we don't have problems with any with some robbers or any criminality.
Oh, okay. No, great. So thank you. Welcome to the class. And Tom, hello.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Jeff. So, hello everyone. I'm from China. I'm Tom. But I study in Finland now. I think the place I lived is quite safe actually because this is Finland and because the North European country is very safe. It's actually maybe a lot of people knows actually.
But how do you feel being? I'm assuming that you look like an obvious foreigner, and so do you
Yeah.
feel that? Do you feel safe, or do people give you advice to be a little extra careful?
Actually, if you even don't lock your bicycle, nobody will steal it. So
Wow. Okay.
I think it's very safe. And actually, the first reason of it is that there's a very few people here. So
Mhm.
I think this is very important reason.
Okay. No, great. Wow, that's extremely safe. Yeah. And Hussein, hello.
Hello, how did you do?
Excellent.
I am
I'm fine, thank
Hussein.
you.
Thank you. I'm Hussein, 25 years old. I'm from Iraq. And I joined lately as I thought you were talking about safety, maybe, I suppose?
Yes, just and so whatever safety issues, how do you keep your family and friends safe, your money, your
As you
property?
know, yes, I get that. You know, I'm from Iraq, and I don't know if you watch news. All the Middle East is some in a difficult period in this period. It's and we, especially in Iraq, we faced a difficult time. It started from Saddam. I don't know if you heard about him, Saddam Hussein, and he was treating us so badly. So our country isn't safe at all. And all what I'm thinking about is to maybe immigrate to Canada or America. I don't know, but it's too difficult to. It's not safe. Many explosions. Everyone have weapons here. I don't know how to use weapon, but all my friends, all families have weapons, so it's difficult to live here, and there is no
Right.
safety at all.
Yeah. Now, has that made your family and friends closer, or are there stories where the difficult situations have divided people, divided communities?
It's not divided, but as how I say it, all my family is already aboard. They already travel. It's just me. I'm stay here because I'm stuck with my job, and I hope I can travel too. But you can say that we are close. Yes, it's how I can say it. It's from abroad. It's not from Iraqi people, not from us, but it's how Al-Qaeda and something like that. They all make an Iraq to a area of fighting. So we have to. It's not from us. It's from abroad.
No. Well, thank you very much for sharing that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And so we are going to do some reading, and so I hope people have been able to download the file from the verbling.com website, the live classes page. It's called File GW2626. And so we're going to read about some of the fraud and cheating that goes on in society. So people coming up and talking to you personally, contacting you by telephone, sending you letters in the mail, and of course, all of the contact that people are receiving by the internet. So let's start looking at some of the information we have here. from the internet. And so this is sort of the level of security that I'm cautious with, and trying to keep myself safe as I use the computer more and more. And so I'd like to start with Ahmed. Could you please read the title and the information that we have here on the screen? Ahmed, are you there? Okay,
Yes, I'm there.
Right. Good, sorry, please go ahead. Excellent.
Okay. Lowdown on scams, schemes, and swindle. Targeting you.
Mm-hmm.
A report by Stanford Center on Longevity Financial Fraud Research Center reveals who con artists target and how they pull off their scams, by Martha Devi.
Yeah, and if you could read her information below her picture.
Okay. Martha Devi is a senior research scholar and director of the Financial Security Division of Stanford Center on Longevity. Longevity, yes.
Perfect. And the lowdown is the straight, honest information. So this is the lowdown on that. And why they're writing about this, I'm not very familiar with the Stanford Center on Longevity, but in North America, families begin to worry about older adults and trying to protect them from people who will cheat them and trick them and steal their money. So this part of this is trying to protect older people. And sorry, could you read the next two little sections, please, Ahmad?
Okay. Consumer fraud affects people of all ages, but it can have especially devastating consequences for older individuals. Many experts believe that senior Americans are more likely to be targeted at fraud victims than younger ones. That's because con men and women go where the money is, and in today's age of longevity, the money is with the older population, which has more money to lose and less time to recover from fraud.
Okay, and people are welcome to just turn on their microphone and say, "Hi, Geoff," if you have a comment or a question. Okay, but we're talking about protecting older people, but everyone. The same guidelines help to protect everyone. And Frankie, go ahead, please.
All right, so fraud is rising at an alarming rate.
Sorry, could you start at the top, please?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Thank you.
At the Financial Fraud Research Center, located at the Stanford Center on Longevity, we have just released a report called Scams and Swindles, a review of consumer financial fraud research. It shines a light on what we know and don't know about the prevalence of consumers fraud and its victims, perpetrators, and method. Here are 6 of our major conclusions. Should I go ahead?
Yes, please. Number 1.
All right. Number 1, fraud is rising at an alarming rate. Measuring the rate of fraud precisely is difficult for a variety of reasons, including its inherent secrecy and the number of people who fail to report being victimized. But according to the Federal Trade Commission Consumer Central Program, there was a 60% increase in reported cases of fraud between 2008 and 2011. Tens of millions of adults fall victim each year, losing billions of dollars.
Okay, great. Thank you. Excellent. And
Right.
so I just wanted to help you with the pronunciation of perpetrators. Those are the people. Yeah, perpetrators.
Alright.
Those are the people who commit crimes. And then let's move on. That was great. Okay,
Right.
so they're saying
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, excellent. And so let's keep going here. So they're saying that. Yes.
Sorry, I think I gotta go dinner, if you don't mind. Right.
I'm sorry.
I gotta go dinner. I have to.
Oh, okay. No,
right.
no,
Thank
you can't leave.
All right. It was a great lesson, really. Thank
Okay.
you.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Johnny?
Hi. Yes. Yeah, because this time in Italy we have dinner.
Yeah,
Okay.
excellent.
So the figure for adult financial fraud are especially frightening. The Investor Protection Trust, a non-profit devoted to investor education, estimates that 7.3 million.
We say point. 7.3.
Okay. 7.3 million older Americans have been victimized by a financial swindle. That 20% of the 65 and older population. And MetLife estimates that exploited seniors lose roughly 2.9 billion annually. I have go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Number 2, please.
Number 2. Fraud's cost is far more than just monetary. Consumer fraud is one of the few crimes in which the victims may be made to feel complicit. The act of deception and betrayal inherent to these shames, particularly those that exploit social and religious ties, can inflict severe psychological consequences. Preliminary research suggests that fraud has the potential to induce substantial broad and long-lasting psychological costs.
Okay, so let me help you with roughly, and good, and then schemes. The CH has a K sound. Schemes. And yeah, and severe. Severe.
Severe.
Okay, and so yeah, we obviously people lose money. Sometimes a lot of money, but it's the psychological damage to someone that really can be the real negative impact of these kinds of problems. Schemes and swindles. All right, so let's, Hermione, could you start with number 3, please? Hermione, are you there? Okay, can people hear me? Hussein, are you there?
Excuse me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Can I ask another again to say the pronunciation raffle?
Again, please.
If you can say again, raffle, the first word that you said me.
Roughly.
Roughly.
Which is approximately. So
okay.
Yeah, it's in English. It looks like that. Roughly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, excellent. No, thank you. So, Hussein, please, could you read number 3 for us? We've lost Hermione.
Of course, just hold a minute because I'm logged in from my Galaxy and I have to go out from the Hangout. Yes, okay. Number 3. There is no typical fraud victim. They said studies analyzing scam victims have yielded a clearer picture of who is most likely to be targeted and tracked. The average victim targeted and tracked.
Sorry,
the average victim tricked, likely to be targeted and tracked. The average victim of fraudulent investment scheme is an optimistic married man in his late 50s who has a higher than average knowledge of financial matters and a deep confidence in his own judgment. He is also more likely than the general population to be open to listening to sales pitches. It's called pitches.
Pitches.
pitches, okay, to sales pitches and to have experienced a recent health of financial setback. The average lottery scam victim is more likely to be female, older, single, lower income, and less educated than the general public. Although different types of individuals are more vulnerable to various versions of fraud, it's likely that everyone is vulnerable on some level.
Okay, great. And so we are talking about fraud victims, the people who are victimized. There is no typical fraud victim, but depending on the situation, there are a couple of higher than average victims. And so they explained two types of people: an older married man and an older single woman, depending on the type of trick that's used to cheat the people. So financial, sales pitches, and setback. All right, and so let's move on. But again, everyone is welcome.
I have one question.
Yeah, great. I love questions.
What does it mean, vulnerable?
Vulnerable. Yeah, vulnerable means that you are not protected. So you are not defended. I'm bringing up some synonyms. Let's see if I can see them here. Well, my computer is working very, very slowly here. Sorry. Yeah, someone who is not safe, someone who is not protected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They are an easy target. They are vulnerable. Okay, excellent. No, thank you for your question. And Maha, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Could you read number 4, please?
Okay. Watch out for the two most likely scammers, since fraud perpetrators are largely hidden from view. Most of what we know about them is anecdotal or gathered from interviews with convicted conmen, but the information we have conforms to two broad stereotypes: young or middle-aged, or middle classes, white men.
Okay, so that is a broad stereotype. You have young to middle-aged people or middle-class white men. But then, I don't know, that's not much help. And what they'll do is they'll use someone different from that stereotype to try and gain your confidence. All right, now I've done a little bit of cutting and pasting, and so I'm going to go on to Manuel. We're just changing the information a little bit, and we're going to talk about reducing your risk of telephone fraud scams. So could you please read this advice?
Yes. Reduce your risk of telephone fraud scams. When you're speaking with an unknown caller, keep in mind these tactics for avoiding phone fraud. When in doubt, ask for more information in writing about the organization calling or the offer being presented. Never feel obligated to provide your credit card number over the phone. Educate yourself about the cost of 900 number calls and how you can block such calls from getting through. Get as many details as you can. For example, ask how much of your donation will go towards the charity as opposed to paying for administrative costs. The fewer questions the caller can answer, the less likely he or she is legitimate.
Legitimate. Great. And so I just wanted to help with charity. Charity. So in that case, it's the correct sound of CH. Charity. Yeah, and never feel obligated. So yeah, no, I'm sorry for the English language. And I thought you essentially should never give your credit card information over the phone, but then perhaps that's not true. And then the concept of 900 numbers. Are people familiar with that?
No.
This may be something typically North American or perhaps just from the United States. But these are phone numbers. Oh, are they? So what is the concept, Manuel?
Calls, very expensive calls to a business. To call a business with I don't know how to explain. Very expensive calls.
Yeah, well, I mean, and they offer something like, I don't know, they have someone who is going to read your future, and so you call the 900 number and you have to pay for every minute you're listening to them. But I guess this is a way of cheating people, is they trick you into calling that 900 number and you end up spending money talking to them. And so they cheat you out of your money that way by just simply making a phone call. So all of these kinds of tricks and tactics, scams, swindles, right. It's be very, very careful. All right, great. And Martin, could you read the next section of text for us, please?
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
Begin with get a callback number.
Yes, thank you.
Next paragraph is yes. Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Get a callback
And if you
number.
could speak loudly. Yeah.
Get a callback number. Either so you can initiate the call yourself or because you may need to report it later. Stay informed so you are aware of the latest trends in telephone fraud. Your best response. If you get a call from someone posing as a representative from your financial institution and asking for your account or personal information, hang up immediately and file your bank claims. If a telemarketer offers you a get-rich-quick opportunity, the best response is to turn him or her down right away. Avoid
excellent.
offers informing.
Let's. I'm going to stop there. Thank you. Thank you. Great.
Can I continue?
No, I'll ask you to stop there. Thank you. And so I just wanted to point out that phrase "get rich quick" opportunity. We say that quite a bit. And to turn someone down is to say no. So they're just saying, just tell them no right away. And right. So then now I'm going to go to the next person. And so Tom, could you read the two pieces of text, please? The next two. Yeah, thank you.
Avoid offers informing. Avoid offers informing you that you have won a prize. Respondents are often asked, to pay for shipping or deposit for price that never existed in the first place. Be wary of the course. Soliciting contributions to charitable causes, particularly those regarding disaster relief. Many times, these solicitors are not legitimate. You are better off choosing a worthy course and contacting them yourself better than responding to a random funding request.
Yeah, okay, and I feel strongly about this. I don't know why people give money to people calling on the phone, but anyways, so be very careful if someone offers you a prize that you've won, and be very careful. To be wary is to be cautious or careful about people asking for donations and disaster relief. A worthy cause. Choose something that you think is valuable and worthy. And then I cut and pasted this, so this is really very upsetting that people would do this, but of course they this next example is of a scammer who was recently caught. And so what I'd like to do is Ahmed, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, could you please read this next story for us?
Okay. Sandy Hook scammers coming out of woodwork. It seemed almost unimaginable that someone would try to take advantage of the Newtown school shooting tragedy to defraud consumers, but evidently scams artists are willing to stoop to a new law. According to the Today Show, a scam artist in the Bronx recently posed at the aunt of Newtown victim Noah Brosner in a plea to collect donations for a fictitious charity fund. While the scammers in this case was later arrested, the high profile of the Sandy Hook elementary tragedy is sure to generate other charity scams.
And so it's almost unimaginable that someone would use the shooting deaths of 20 little children to trick people and steal money. And so we have someone who is stooping to a new low. This is a common expression in English, and it means that someone, well, how would you describe this? Stooping to a new low is someone doing something wrong that is even more disgusting than before, that is just so incredibly wrong. And so a ploy is a trick. And right, so a scam artist trying to collect money. She was posing, pretending to be the aunt of one of the shooting victims. So just really, a horrible story. And coming out of the woodwork is another expression that you will see again if you're reading English, reading the news, and that means coming out of hiding. To come out of the woodwork means that before they were hidden and then suddenly they appear, coming out of the woodwork, sort of magically appearing from the wall is the idea. Okay, so really too bad. Let's move on then, and we have somebody new. Ayman, Cesar, are you there? Okay, we don't hear from you. You may need to turn on your microphone. I'm going to go to Gianni. Could you read this next piece of text for us, please?
Yes, sorry. Fraudsters get more innovative by day. They play off topics that are relevant to the economy, and these days make increasing use of technology and the internet when contacting victims and obtaining their money. Although telemarketing has long been associated with consumer fraud, email and website now comprise the most common way crooks interact with their victims. Older Americans are particularly at risk from internet scams because they represent the fastest growing section of internet users, but may not be aware of the security risks online. In addition to...
Sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. And now we're doing a lot of reading, so I thought I'd like to sort of stop at this point and just ask for some personal reactions. And so I don't want people to talk about themselves, but can you think of some people in your family, perhaps, or friends, or just groups of people in your community who might be vulnerable to these kinds of tricks and scams? And so, Hussein, maybe you could go first. Just any people who you see as being possibly targets for these kinds of people, or a personal reaction to what we've read?
About the internet hacking, something like that, you mean?
Well, just sure. Go ahead with a personal reaction to the article.
Maybe I think my brother, one day he lost his email from this kind of hacking. I don't know what they say. They send him a picture, and when he click on it, they can access to his laptop, and then they can install his email. But nothing about money, I suppose. It's just his email. He lost it.
Okay. And is he a new computer user, or?
Yes, he's something like that. He didn't knew that they can access to his computer. He thought it's just an image. So when he click on it, they open something like hop or something, a port in his computer, and they can access from it. So they hack it. And they want to store my email too, but unfortunately they can't.
So, sorry, they tried to steal your email too?
Yes, mine too.
But fortunately they couldn't.
They couldn't, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Fortunately.
Yes. Fortunately they couldn't. Okay, excellent. Yes. And I'd like to say hello to Jorge. Hello. Whoops, nope, he's gone. No. Maha, hello.
I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, the question is, please, well, it's your opportunity to practice talking.
Okay.
is the real thing. And so we've read some information in the article. And so do you feel safe against these kinds of people? Or can you think of some people in your community who are maybe not as safe?
No, I be careful always, but I think they are safe.
Okay. And do you know any older people who are using the internet for the first time?
Yes.
Okay. And are they good at using the internet? Do they seem aware of the risks and dangers?
No, they don't use it very well. They don't know what the dangerous things.
Okay. No, good. All right. Thank you. Manuel, a personal reaction to where we are with the article?
To me, I think that vulnerable people are elderly people who have the legal capacity to sign a contract, and in some cases this contract can be abusive. For example, a mortgage.
Right. Yeah. No, good. And so elderly people. Yeah.
Elderly.
You said that correctly, but just this is what I wanted to say, or I'm going to put it in the chat box for people. Yeah. Thank you. Martin,
Okay.
do you have a personal reaction?
I mean about some about my friend who was victim of any fraud.
Yes, and so the information in the article.
About article, yes.
Well, but please go ahead with a comment, please.
My comments on article are the some victim was 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 fraud frauded
With fraud, yes.
I don't know. Let me say my way. But in this article was mentioned about calling and lying something about money, about people who want to your bank account.
Okay.
And, they want any personal information to take money from your account.
Okay, no, good. Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Great. Yeah. And yeah, no, that's the information. Thank you. And Tom, a personal reaction? Any of the information that you found interesting or useful?
Yeah, I think the old man, and especially I mean the lonely old man. So maybe the old man just there's only the old man sitting in the room and their child or getting out to work or something. Because I heard a story that an old man had been cheated by a scammer for 7 times, the same scammer. When the newspaper to ask him why you know that he's a thief, you know he is a scammer, why you give his money for seven times? The old man just said that because I just want to find someone to talk. So, yeah. So maybe I think
really.
Yeah, it's a true story. I heard it from.
No.
So I think this is very realistic, and all people need more care, and they maybe they know this, but they just need someone to have a conversation or something.
Someone,
they need interaction.
just someone to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they need interaction. Yeah.
Right. No, great. Excellent comment. And I will speak for myself in Canada. There are just too many older people who are left alone, very lonely with no support. And these con men and women can just repeatedly victimize those people. Ayman, are you there? Ayman Cesar? Cesar?
I'm there.
Yes, good. Welcome. Do you have a comment about the article that we've been reading?
Actually, I don't have now comment, but I just listen to you. I'm not present first.
No, excellent. No, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Good. All right. So then, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring up a last little bit, and we'll see if we can finish reading this. But I wanted to show another story that again is just shocking to how these people will do anything to get money. And so I don't really know if this story is absolutely true, but it's an example of what people have done. And so, sorry, where were we with the reading? Who was the last person to read?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. And so, good. I'm on Cesar. Could you read the? Could you read the text that's on the screen?
Yes.
Now, just give me 1 second here. Yes, this is it here. Please go ahead.
Okay, let me see it again.
Is it there?
No, I'm not see it yet.
Okay, not yet, but do you see it now?
It's come and disappear.
Sorry, I'm trying not to touch the
Okay.
screen.
Okay, it's very small for me.
Okay, I'm
I
sorry. What I'm
can't
going to
say
do
it.
is, Gianni,
Yeah.
could you read this for us, please?
Yeah. Man plead guilty to cheating terminally free. Posted.
No, sorry. That final word is ill. I-L-L.
E.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very hard to read.
I thought that it was a Roman number. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Posted November 19, 2012, 3 3 past p.m.
3:30.
3:30 p.m. CST.
Mm-hmm.
Two men accused of stealing the identities of terminally ill people to steal 30 million from insurance companies pleaded guilty midway through their trial today and face prison sentence of up to 10 years each. Joseph Caramert, 15, CEO of Estate Planning Resources in Rhode Island, and his former employer, Raymond Radhakrishnan, 28, entered guilty pleas to one count each of wire fraud and conspiracy, ending the trial that began last week and had been expected to last up to 3 months. Prosecutors say the two placed ads in a Catholic newspaper offering
Good, 2,000.
2,000 to people who were
Sorry, about $2,000.
Sorry, $2,000 to people who were terminally ill. They then allegedly lied to them to get them to divulge personal information and used that info to purchase variable annuities and bonds that would pay out when a person died.
Okay, so I'm going to ask. It's a little upsetting to think of people doing this. These people are going to serve 10 years, or they face a prison sentence of up to 10 years. I don't know what they were, what their sentence was, but what was the scam here? Can someone put this scam, this trick, in their own words?
Identity steal?
Yes, so they stole people's identity, their personal information.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so did you understand this story of what there were two men pled guilty of cheating terminally ill people. So these are people who have an illness and they are dying from the illness.
What does it mean, terminally ill?
Yeah, okay, now this is a very common phrase in English. So someone who is terminally ill means that they are very sick with an illness that is predicted to kill them within a few months or a year. So they are in the final stages of their life because of a disease, to be terminally ill with cancer, for example.
Okay, thank you.
So then, could I ask anyone to come forward with the idea here? What was the trick? Who were the victims? And what did they do to steal $30 million from insurance companies? Anyone? Okay. So it's just when we're reading, okay, so we have two men who put an article in a newspaper offering to pay people who were terminally ill $2,000. and of course this was not true, then obviously people who were sick contacted them. During this contact, they got them to divulge or to tell them personal information, and they used that personal information to buy annuities and bonds and perhaps like insurance policies that would pay them money when the person died. And so they are victimizing people who are terminally ill. And so just another example of what people will do in order to make money. And they just, we say in English, they have no shame. They will victimize anyone to make money. All right, and so I didn't want the class to end on a negative note, but now you have a little more information about what these people are trying to do. It's on the increase, so be very, very cautious if you receive a strange email or a strange phone call or something in the mail, or if someone starts talking to you about something that sounds too good to be true. Maybe even Verbling.com is offering you free English classes. It's too good to be true. No, relax. You're okay with me. I'm an honest person. You can trust me. Don't worry.
Too good to be true.
Yeah, don't trust anyone else, but you can trust me. All right.
Sure.
So thank you for your work. Good work. That was some tough reading. And it was nice to see you all again. I hope to see you soon. Take care. Take care of yourself and your loved ones, your friends and family.
You too, take care.